In this week's episode, we talked to students as well as wood technology and homesteading teacher, Mr. Melnik, about woodworking. We got a taste of the craft of bow making and got insight into woodworking as a business and how wood technology class functions as a gateway into legitimate woodcraft.
I started making bows around probably 17, 18 years ago. I had a book about how to make fly rods that my grandfather gave me from the 1800s, and I tried to make a fishing rod, and it kind of worked, it kind of didn't, but from there I'm like, well, if I could make a fishing rod out of that bends, I could probably make a bow too. And when I started, there wasn't a lot of information online or YouTube videos, so I kind of had to buy some books and get into it that way, and it took 5 bows before I got one that didn't break, so it took a while for me to get it down. Bow making is kind of weird compared to other woodworking things. So if you know how to make a table, you don't necessarily know how to make a bow. But if you know how to make a bow, you don't necessarily know how to make any furniture pieces. So it's kind of its own thing. So you can start off with very little woodworking knowledge and still be okay at making bows if you really focus on that. I have had a lot of kids make bows in the class. I would say with the guidance of someone that's experienced making bows, yes, you could absolutely make a bow and be successful, even in woodworking one. That's something that you could do for a later project.
Yeah, I started taking Melnik's class in sophomore year. It was a fun class. It was very open-ended, and you could just make stuff, and he teaches you how to make whatever you want. It's pretty easy to get into. You just have to have Melnik tell you how to do it.
I have a couple client bases. One year I went to a Renaissance fair, and as I was walking around, I'm like, wow, I bet you I could sell bows here. So the next year I applied to be there, and I sold like 20 bows in 2 days. It made a ton of money, and that's what I shifted most of my woodworking towards bows and that kind of thing. But I also sell to traditional archers that go hunting with them. This bow right here is someone found me on Etsy, and I just made this U bow. It's a hunting weight bow, and it's the second bow I made for that customer in this past year. So sometimes I get repeat customers. I brought 2 in. This first one that's going to fall over if I move the other one. This is my own personal bow. This one has striped bass skin on the back. So this is from a fish that I didn't actually catch it, but a friend of mine did. Underneath this is a layer of deer sinew, actually 2 layers of deer sinew. It's a traditional material that Native Americans use in the back of their bows to make them stronger. So that's why this one can be so short and still function. It's Eastern red cedar, so you get these little streaks in the back. And this was a labor of love. This thing took a long time. This bow is a U hunting weight bow. This pulls at about 45 pounds for the draw weight. And I just made this one this past 2 weeks for a customer. I'm going to be shipping it out in the next couple days. I'm going to add a leather handle to it, but other than that, it's done.
If you are interested in woodworking or a woodworking side business, check out Mr. Melnik's class to develop these skills. Thanks for watching Teacher Spotlight.